Started with 32 teams and 2 remaining. Batted up, and it'll be the Lions with the first chance.
Paige got up for that one.
She's got some hops. They list her at 5'11". She plays so much bigger than that. First look, squared up, followed through for Mia Broom.
Out the gate, fearless, Mia Broom.
Starting 5, a young starting 5 for BYU. 3 seniors on this team, but the majority are freshmen and sophomores that contribute. Keep your eyes on Sydney Benali. She's talented, ball in her hands right now.
And she's being hounded by Broom, another two-way player.
Shot is up, weak side board right there by Cannon, but can't get the finish. Both of these teams are incredibly scrappy. You're going to see the starting unit, though, for Columbia. They do the majority of the damage with their scoring. And for BYU, they'll go a little deeper into their bench for production.
Mia Hamm forced into a running layup that was a bit, I don't want to say out of control, but just overshot. But credit the defense.
Aggressive drive, the layup, the roll call too much on it, but her teammate there to clean it up for her.
And that's one thing that Lee Kamar talked about, cleaning up those easy layups that they missed in the semifinals. Both teams missing a couple bunnies, but credit the defense because both sides are hounding to start this one.
You're right about that. Cannon with the offensive putback. And now working it inside on the right side. Even the double team couldn't stop Susie Raphew.
Well, the unselfish play of Paige broke it down, and yes, the double team recovered, but they recovered a half step too slow. Raphew was able to gather.
Drive it in, draw the D, and then dish it down. And that's a person that you want to look for, Lara Rocole. There's nothing she doesn't do out there.
Had a near triple-double in the semi. She had 6 of the 7 blocks that her team had. And she had 9 points?
Yeah, 9
14
points.
rebounds?
14 rebounds, a new career high for her.
She was everywhere.
Shot clock to 7. Oh, and then active hands from Benali gets the steal. Job by the Lions, though, to get back.
Yeah, and that started with the defense on Benali. As soon as the steal was given up, that person didn't mope about it. Mia Broom looks down at Benali and says, "Don't come in my paint."
Knocks it off of her.
Lee Kamar said it's a foul. But man, look at Mia Broom, the tenacity. And I wouldn't have called that one either because she got the ball first. Better be careful on that talkback, but I like the attitude from Mia Broom.
Yeah, Broom had something to say, didn't like something that was going on out there. Oh, there's a block by Rocole. But back to the Lions, and another chance as Raphew was knocked to the floor.
As a former post player, this is exciting to watch the battle down there in the post because you got some good under and upperclassmen in the post who just battle for both teams. I mean, both teams very well put together when it comes to how they play off of each other.
Yeah, it's going to be physical. The right baseline drive by Weiss, no good. And BYU trying to push pace. Hanlon has just checked into the game and shot no good. It's going to go the other direction. BYU thought it was theirs. Are they going to appeal it? I'm thinking not at this early of the stage.
Early, yeah.
But boy, Hamlin off the bench quickly. Again, coming off the tying with a career high 23 points, 4 threes in the semifinal.
She's got that green light to be able to come in the game and jack that up because she's such an exciting player. But again, like we said in the open, she gets it on both ends of the ball, so she'll miss a shot and pick the pocket down here and get it back.
She'll make it up at the other end. Paige, the drive, and she gets fouled. So she'll go to the free throw line. Perry Page, she and Raphew, the 2 lone seniors and captains for the Columbia Lions, as the foul is going to go against Cannon.
Page telling us yesterday, and her coach, Megan Griffith, telling us today, they want to do the thing that they haven't done yet. They're only 2 captains and 2 seniors in Raphew and Perry Page. And they came into this program in a season where they lost in the WNIT finals in their freshman season. So they started the winning at this Columbia program, but they have not won any championships. If they get it tonight, it'll be the first.
Yep. She said ultimate delayed. The ultimate delayed gratification if they can do it, as second and third chances for BYU making the difference.
Both teams have some scrappy offensive rebounders. Again, this is a get it out the mud game. It's the last game of your season.
Kick out. Flau'Jae, too much. Good. Lost the defense, but that one rattled around. Takes some time to get used to the special WBIT basketball, and not for Rafu. She's out on the left wing good. Senior out of Ipswich, England.
I didn't realize Rafu had that in her bag. She ain't showed us that till tonight.
Miscue on the interior for the Cougars. Weiss, she's got some range. We saw her on the logo in the semifinal. That one might have rushed it just a bit.
And that's something to watch because, you know, in the open, we credited her for not forcing anything and allowing her game to come to her.
Poke that one away. And they'll say out of bounds, it's going to go the other way. So right now, little scrappy hustle plays working for Columbia.
And they've got the juice right now behind their fans on that bench. But right here, you've got Weiss in transition. She is a player who's going to attract attention. And I love me a post player who can stretch the floor. Rafu knocking down the three and ready when the pass came.
She's going to take a seat. Pace has been fast to start this first quarter. Both teams have been pushing it. Well, Yusuf's going to come in, 6'3" freshman, 3 in white for BYU, as well as 3 in blue. That's Ernie Iranuha, the first-year player out of Canada. She was a nice spark up the bench. 7 rebounds, 5 of those were offensive boards in the semifinal against Wisconsin. And now some extra pressure being added by the BYU defense. Broom, ball fake inside. There's Yusuf. She's got length. Ready to go right off the bench.
She's also got Delaney Gibbs back because Delaney Gibbs overran that one and got lost on the first dribble, but who's got her back? And Yusuf gets the rebound and draws the foul. Excellent, excellent defender down there in the paint.
Sure is. First foul on Broom. First team foul. Just under 5 minutes left, first quarter. Kick, roll. Oh, a swat though. Iranuha comes flying out of nowhere. Would take the timeout. 3-point lead for Columbia, but they have not given open looks to BYU.
I think their defense also held them down when they went through scoring droughts the other night. Both teams had scoring droughts, but it was Columbia's defense that withstood any runs from the opposite team.
And both teams have been on a little bit of a scoring drought now. Help D coming over as Benali is checked back into the game for the Cougars. Ties it up. It's going to go the other direction. Instant impact off the bench.
Trying to give them a little taste of their own medicine. She's one of the players that Lee Kumar told us is not playing like a freshman. He mentioned Benali and Hamlin. He said they're not freshmen anymore. They know the schematics. They know where they have to be, and they know we rely on them.
Well, they got a full season under their belts now as starters. Oh, good. Picked one way, trying to go the other, and you could see Paige catching the jersey.
We saw a lot of that in the semifinals. I was surprised it wasn't called more. See that on the pro level a lot as well, but can't make it obvious.
And on the shot clock, inbound for BYU. And the extra pass. So crucial to what the Cougars want to do. That time, though, off the mark for Benali. But the right pass to make when you see the defenders coming out. High help from Yusuf and just a little too much on the hedge.
Mia Broom will do that too. Just that quick first step. Talking to her head coach, Lee Kumar, as well as the trainers, Tommy Sheehan. Just talking about the speed at which Mia Broom moves at. Also, she's a beast in the weight room. Motor never stops going.
And Tommy Sheehan, the strength coach, has really just the green light in working with the team. And so he's been a difference maker. I mean, he was Coach Griffith's strength coach as well when she played. She brought him back in. He had left the program. And a jump ball, and this time it stays in Columbia.
I want to say don't bring the ball down, but that was another post player. So if you bring it up or down, they can get tied up. It's all about the strength, but I love the post matchup with Rafu and Yusuf down there. Both kind of even in size, stature, play very similar.
Love it. Inbound to Rice, a quick shot she's able to get off, but they're going to call the foul on Hamlin.
And that's the difference between an upper and an underclassman. You got Hamlin. We've been bragging on her, and she's a great player on both sides of the basketball, but right there fell for the little quick shot and fake from Weiss, the junior.
So her first. Puts Riley Weiss to the stripe, the junior out of Hewlett, New York. 1,409 points coming in her career. Single season record with 642 coming in this year. She's had double figures in every single game but one this year. First one off the mark. ESPN is the home of the women's Final Four Friday night, and only the 1 seeds remain. Joyce Edwards in South Carolina squaring off against Sarah Strong and UConn, 7 Eastern, and then Madison Booker and Texas take on Lauren Betts and UCLA. Our Final Four pregame special from Phoenix begins at 6. We'll also have a special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. That is going to be fun. I think they said maybe is it only the second time that all 4 1 seeds have made it to that final.
Got it right. That's exciting. When I saw all the ones go up, I was like, oh, we've got a finals. Final Four.
Felt like that kind of year that there's been so much talent across the board, but those top teams really separated themselves. I was trying to get a little closer was Yusuf, but they're going to call the travel.
Happy they called it when they did, because it took away some momentum. Yusuf had an elbow that was right at the face of Rafiu.
Yeah.
And if that would have continued through, that would have hurt.
Absolutely. Nice to bring it up, guarded by Hamlin. Rafiu picked it up, needs some help.
Being hounded by Benali.
Hey, there you go, high to low. Crashing the O-board, Simmons! Hustle play, just pushes defenders out of the way.
Nazi Simmons, known for her steals, but she can get up at a career-high 10 steals and rebounds this season, so she is a tenacious player, very scrappy.
An ultimate hustle player, as there's a drive by Gibb, the layup good. Somehow got past Rafiu on that one.
Elena Gibb with 4 points to start this one. She struggled to get her 10 in the semifinals. It's really important that she gets going.
Oh, the bank up top. That's the kind of night it's going to be for Susie Rafiu, the senior.
Says she wants to do the thing that's
right.
never been done so far. She's 100% from 3. The post player stepping out. I like it.
Perfect 1-for-1 tonight. That's her 11th 3 on the season. Just a little over 2 minutes left, first quarter. I think Weiss got a piece of that shot from Benali, so the shot clock doesn't reset. It's at 5, and she's got to recognize. High screen, high archer, almost got it.
Benali was a little indecisive on that initial shot. I would like to see the ball move around the horn just a bit more. Ball is getting stuck on one side. A lot of quick shots from both teams, honestly.
Oh, and that was a play that Perry Page wants to take back, as she almost had the offensive board, and it was ripped out of her hands by Gibb, and then she reached out to try to stop Gibb. She's going to pick up the personal. That's her second. That is tough to take here in this first quarter.
Definitely a player that they need, but the good thing for Columbia is they have so many weapons, because you sit her down and enters Flau'Jae.
Yes.
A 6'3" three-point shooter.
Yep.
Who can also rebound the basketball as well.
23 in blue, she's out there, as well as Erin Nuha, 3 in blue for Columbia. Vertical, the high screen to pick the roll, but just a little too far out, couldn't get the layup.
And credit the size and the defense of the interior post for Columbia.
Yeah, just did not allow her to get any closer and get a good angle, as the attack on the interior for Columbia was going to put them to the line again. BYU's yet to get to the free throw line. This will be the 6th attempt by the Lions. Weiss gets a breather. Simmons comes back in. Coach Demard having a chat with our crew chief, Cameron Inouye, Kevin Peptel, and Saeed Esho, our trio on the floor. As the free throw no good. This is typically a solid free throw shooting team. Columbia had a few problems in the semifinal as well. I think
both teams trying to still settle in this first quarter. I expect a not slower, but more controlled second quarter. Both teams to play within their character a little bit more because a lot of quick shots are going up at both ends of the floor.
Well, they know they got to bring the extra energy, and sometimes when you do that, you can overcompensate a little bit. As Gibb is trying to hang on to the ball, and Local helps her out. She gets, no, they're going to say jump ball. It'll stay there.
Credit the deflection.
Yeah.
You had a poke away. Gibb trying to dribble the basketball and create up top, which she's good at. But Columbia's defense very handsy. They get a lot of deflections, tips to steals.
18 on the shot clock, you're right. And sometimes, you know, a tip isn't always going to be counted as anything, but tracking that one down. This is Mackie Williams who's checked into the game, redshirt junior. Gave some good minutes in their semifinal, tries to take it into the bigger defender and gets it knocked away. Largest lead of the game for Columbia, trying to add to it, but not that time. Mackie Williams takes her time, defense left her for a second. Picks up the layup, big rebound by Aaron Newhoff. Simmons on the attack.
Simmons is quick. This pace of this game has been back and forth, up and down, and Nazi Simmons just relentless at the head of the snake.
6-0 run for Columbia, gives them their largest lead. Now it's 11. Shot clock and game clock down to 7. And Gibb draws the contact. She's really smart at drawing contact.
She's so smart. They're just allowing her to create out there, outside of the paint up top. But Nazi Simmons, defense to offense. I talked about her touch in the semifinals because she had a few tips to steals with blown layups, but she's settling in this one, knowing her team needs those 2 points.
Sophomore who's really stepped up her role this year in her second season as Hamlin on the drive gets fouled. She's going to go to the line. First free throws of the game for BYU.
Now you see them settling in just a little bit, not overshooting layups to try to counteract the size of Columbia. Maybe they just got a little tired, had some extra energy to start the game, but the shots are a little more under control. They're going off of 2 feet, now being rewarded at the free throw line.
Yeah, you're right to get a feel for both teams. You've never played this team before, just to get an idea of what's going on out there. It takes some time, and there's a trophy on the line also as well.
Both teams trying to take away the other team's best players. You got Weiss, who's been defended heavily.
Both free throws good. 2 fouls on Broom and Page. Oh, and then on the inbound, it's
had a personal run in the semifinals at 6 points out of halftime that kind of created some separation for her team.
Well, it's been just a few weeks, but something just really clicked for her, and she started all the games last year, averaged about 7 points, but all the numbers in her game has really kicked up. Kick out, jumper, no good. Flau'Jae. Lions not giving up on the offensive glass, but finally the rebound to BYU.
That was the size of Barber in there. She got the block, the tip block, to save that possession.
The extra pass, they work it inside, then outside, long rebound. And finally, ends up a jump ball. It will stay with BYU. We'll see what kind of adjustments BYU can make. You can see them going inside, working it back outside. They're definitely best when they make the extra pass.
Absolutely. Just talking to Lee Kamard, he was saying they got some playmakers. They want to get the ball in their hands and see what they can do. But coaches have to adjust throughout the game. So you can't just rely on one person. And that's a good thing about both these squads. They've got a good supporting cast.
Yeah, it's hard to just pinpoint 1 or 2 players. They both have depth and scoring and ability, as that was the air ball, and it leads to a fast break. Good job with the D getting back. For BYU, though. Love her game. The Flau'Jae, another chance at the back of the iron, and another offensive rebound, another chance, and Weiss makes him pay.
But look at Susie Rafiu saving that possession. She went in there, skyrocketed to the rebound, and got the best player in Weiss that extra opportunity. Another shot at the basketball, and it paid off.
Delaney Gibb trying to get her game going. Misses this one, and rebounding's been huge for Columbia. They have not been giving up much. 21-14, their advantage on the glass. Weiss, left side, that one a little flat. And there's a big board. to Barber. She'll bring it up. She'll get it back. Miscue on the D, and she makes them pay. Sophomore knocking it down.
I love it because you know what? She got the rebound at that end, pushed it up the floor, and her teammate says, "Nah, we giving it back to you. You're getting rewarded. You're hot."
Cougars clawing their way back into this one. Almost losing it there. Mackie Williams out on Rice. Stops. There you go.
Oh, the body control from Weiss.
Yeah.
That is hard to do because she was going full speed, handling some contact that was being allowed, which I agree with because both teams are handsy.
Yep.
But that's hard to do, to slow up in the air and adjust yourself for that shot. The finesse was excellent.
Yeah, and be so controlled. You're right.
That's tough.
Rebound by Flau'Jae, and she gets fouled in the process.
Right here, Weiss misses that one, but look at the offensive rebound from Ruff, who saves the possession and gives her point guard an extra crack at it. And at the other end, Barber had the rebound, and I love how Gibbs said, "No, I'm giving it right back to you. You earned it," and she knocks it down. I just love the camaraderie, the teamwork from both sides of the basketball, both these teams. Just play very well off of each other.
What about that? The first made three for BYU. They rely heavily on that outside shot. They average about 8 threes a game. Columbia, about 7 a game. Both teams will look for it as an option. Hand off to Weiss, and she gets fouled in the process.
She's baiting them. She's doing an excellent job of baiting the defense. They're trying to be physical with her, trying to push her up as high as possible and pick her up. And she's just doing an excellent job of baiting the defense, even off of the screens and the switch. If you switch onto Weiss, you've got to hedge up and hedge hard. And if you don't cut it off, you're getting the foul every time.
Yep, she's so smart and crafty. 2 for 3 so far, and back to the free throw line. And gets the first. Coming up on ESPN at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, the second game of our NBA doubleheader as Wemby continues making his case for MVP, and the Spurs heading to the Bay to take on the Warriors. Tonight at 10 Eastern on ESPN. Weiss gets them both. She has 9 points, leads all scorers. Now the full court pressure.
Oh, that was dangerous from Gibb.
Tried to get out ahead of everybody, and instead, defense there, Broom. So quick, help D coming over. And the handoff, she'll drop her, but waiting on her was Yusuf. And went out running, missed the free throw, or missed the layup rather, and Hammond says, my bad. But Benali was there to help her on the other side.
And that's just an example of what I was saying. Hamlin, with all that momentum, gets to steal, break out in transition, knows and feels defenders on her backside coming, and puts a little bit too much on it. Again, I know we talk about making layups, but again, these athletes, that is hard to do, to slow up after that much momentum and be that controlled. But thank goodness they have a Benali down there who knows how to do tip drill.
You got that right. Gets herself to the line. Foul on Hilka Flau'Jae. Her first, and the first free throw good for this incredible first-year player out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Sydney Benali. What a story, a 2-time New Mexico Gatorade Player of the Year, but one of just 14 Division I Native American descent players. And well, she's a rock star.
She's such a rock star. I mean, we have a video of her signing autographs that we'll get to in a little bit, but
really something.
So composed and even-keeled, and you can just see how her culture shows up in her play on the floor.
So many young players look up to her as trying to get in closer, but Bola Yusuf was there. And getting back on the D, though, is Rafu.
Columbia's hands are everywhere.
Page back in. A double pump. Right layup, good. Both teams pushing tempo. Benali cuts it short.
Too much one-on-one style basketball for BYU, in my opinion. Columbia play more team ball.
Weiss says, let's go. And now some full court pressure as Weiss is going to get a breather. Columbia with 5 players out. A couple of those were starters that they lost before the WBIT, but they've still been able to push and trap and do things that, like this. Page looks to the other side. Broom brings it back out.
Page with a smile on her face knew that she had a layup, but was a bit out of control.
Hustle play right there. The takeaway by Barber. feeling a little bit of the conversation in the last timeout for BYU was, let's kick it up a notch with our defense and scrappiness.
And on the offensive end, let's slow it down a bit.
Yes.
Pick it up on defense, slow it down on offense. Don't have those quick shots. I think if BYU settles in and moves the ball around the horn on the offensive end, the bank's still open for Columbia, though.
Threes have been helping out this first half. That's the 6th made three for Columbia. Only one so far for BYU. Saw that in the first half the other evening in the semifinal, though, in the game against Kansas. They really kicked up the threes in the second half, but right there, Hamlin with an answer.
Saving her roommate, Delaney Gibb. Gibb going one-on-one at the top, trying to make some things happen. Good thing Olivia Hamlin was behind her for that one to knock down the three and save the possession.
Martayama is checked in, 21 in blue for Columbia. Broom pounded by Benali, and then the takeaway. Gibb. And guess who? Outrunning Hamlin, but just couldn't stop herself. She's so fast, but couldn't get it under control.
And that's something she's going to settle into, you guys. This is a freshman that we're talking about who has matched her season high 3 times this season coming in the last game. She might be a little excited for the championship game because I didn't see her miss that many layups in the semis.
Absolutely not.
But still, she is going to be a menace on both ends of the basketball of the court. Just such a bright future for BYU.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, Coach Kamard could not say enough positives about her and how excited he is to see her growth and see her develop into an even better player. Oh, Gibb almost a steal. Active hands, you gotta love it.
Yeah, Coach Kamard said he'll match her up against any player in the nation on either side, offense or defense.
Delaney Gibb trying to pick things up. She has 4 points, averages 18 points per game, the sophomore from Alberta, Canada. Rice, one-on-one inside, kind of lost it off her hands there, and an opportunity outrunning Hamlin, not gonna miss that one.
She's not gonna do it again, and I think that was a tip from Cannon to start that, a partial block that led to that in transition, and that's how BYU wants to play.
They like some defense to offense as Columbia trying to keep it alive, and instead it will stay with Columbia. Oh no, excuse me, BYU's gonna take it out.
Well, the defense has definitely ramped up for BYU. And right there was a bit of a tip that led to transition, and Hamlin's not gonna miss another layup in transition in the road because she is the spearhead of the attack for them.
Yep.
But also honorable mention and shout out to Sydney Benali. The last 3 defensive possessions, she's either tipped it to steals, had her hand in there to tie it up. She's led the spurt for the Cougars.
Yeah, and again, those are the things that don't always show up. She's that player. Weiss draws contact, a late whistle. Coach Kamard not in agreement.
You don't see Lee Kamard get outside of himself too much, but he is having a talk with the referees for that late whistle, trying to argue the case.
He's incredibly competitive. Former player at BYU. Played for Dave Rose, who was the head coach at that time. Weiss to the line once again. First is good. ESPN's the home of the women's Final Four. It's Friday night. Only the 1 seeds remaining. You got Joyce Edwards in South Carolina going against Sarah Strong in UConn. 7 Eastern for that one. And then it's Madison Booker in Texas taking on Lauren Betts in UCLA. Final Four pregame special also. That'll start at 6 o'clock. Courtside presentation, ESPN2. And the app. Looking forward to that. 16-point lead as Benali thought someone was coming in on the opposite side, tried to dump it down, and a turnover. That'll be the 6th on the Cougars. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half. Simmons back in. Congested in the paint, almost knocked away. Into the hands though, to Weiss just short. And flying in, helping with the rebound. I think you can help credit Barber for them getting that one.
Absolutely, Barber has been in there for quite a few rebounds, deflections, tips. I'm looking at all the little things, the off-ball stuff.
That's right. Both coaches talked about those as keys to this game, as Hamlin had the left-handed layup, but a longer defender in Yama at 6'2".
Yama looks a lot taller than 6'2" out there.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Some players we said they don't look as tall, but Yama looks taller than 6'2".
I'm just saying. They're gonna have to edit that next year. 2 minutes left, first half. Help D coming down on Page, trying to draw the charge. How about Hamlin with the block? Benali comes up with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Foul right there.
BYU has picked up their defense, and that in turn has increased their offense. One, because they're getting more opportunities on the offensive end, but two, it's less opportunities for Columbia to get clean looks at the rim.
And it's making the difference after a couple of timeouts. You're definitely seeing a different intensity for BYU's defense.
Sydney Benali, just the head of the spear right there. She's done so much, needs the breather. Would rather give it to her on offense than defense because they know how much they need her.
They're just finally working it across. Gibb with the play call. Guarded by Feldrapa, and loses Feldrapa, layup good.
Now right there, I like the one-on-one matchup because there was more space in the lane. The adjustment that was made was Lee Kamard forced everybody out further so that it's not as crowded, giving Gibb room to work.
Yep, paid off. 6 points for Gibb. Broom on the drive, gets the shooter's touch.
She's so good. She's so strong and just does not stop. Has a couple turnovers in this game, doesn't matter. Next play mentality and almost gets the steal.
Gonna pick up the personal instead. That's the third personal on Broom.
That hurts, but right here, look at how everybody does not help. You have Aranahu who kind of goes in there and does a little jab at it, but doesn't commit. And on the other end, you got Broom taking on taller defenders and just absorbs the contact. So strong, but it hurts to have 3 fouls, 9 points. She's gonna have to take a seat before the half.
Yep. Just a little over a minute left. There is a positive, but Gibbs starting to heat up and settle into her game. The defense of BYU, though. 6 blocks, 7 steals, 9 deflections. So key. Not able to stop that there in the paint.
Y'all thought I was joking when I say the game has slowed down for Riley Weiss. I mean, she is taking all kinds of contact out here. Doesn't matter.
She has 16 points. Gibbs shot no good, and she wants the appeal. She thought it was off of Columbia.
They
it was
were
tricky.
There for a long time.
Yeah, they made the call. It had to be definitive, obviously, but good job taking a look as the first half's winding down. About a second differential, shot clock, game clock. The Cougars could use a big stop here. Both teams with 4 team fouls. Little give, little go on the finish. Mary Page.
Now you have Weiss who becomes a decoy. So far in that first half, that's something that's got to change in the second half.
You're right. I think the assist numbers need to go up, but I think if you're Columbia, you also know you cannot count out a BYU team. This is a team that had to come back in the semifinal game just the other evening, and they took control of the fourth quarter. They were down earlier in the year at ASU by 13 points at halftime and came back and won that one. Cannot count them out.
They become known for that, their fourth quarter scoring and comebacks.
Yep. And there's a takeaway to start things this third quarter.
You can already see a difference in the ball movement.
You sure can, and the spacing. But anticipation by Perry Page. Good, almost a steal, but instead the finish on the left side.
Now you build on it, BYU. Now you do more ball movement, but you got to come to the basketball as well. You've got to realize this is a championship game. Columbia's not going to give it to you. They're going for every steal and deflection. You got to come to your passes.
And the turnover there, handing it right to Weiss. Broom starts this quarter. She picked up that third personal at the end of the second quarter. They're a different team when she's out there as well. She's going to stay on the floor. Benali trying to hang with Weiss. Lofts it up high up the backboard. Good.
That girl good.
She is good. She is good.
I'm just impressed with how she can read the defense and how she slows the game down in real time.
Largest lead of the ball game for Columbia as BYU off the mark there. Columbia trying to push pace. Weiss with 18 points. Out to Broom, lines it up, off the mark.
Here's where you want to capitalize if you're BYU.
Gibb pushes it up, lefty layup though. Broom was there, but you don't see Gibb make that kind of a mistake very often.
And Lee Kamard was begging for the foul.
Broom off the back of the iron, long rebound. Flau'Jae keeps it alive. She's making the play call. Hilke, the junior out of Berlin, Germany, transferred in from Missouri this year. A lone transfer.
You miss a shot on that end if you're BYU, but you don't allow an offensive rebound on this end. Right now, Hamlin getting ready to come in the game to give this team some energy and some much-needed defense.
You're right about that.
Columbia has come out offensively, and right there from the steal, anticipating the pass is the senior, Perry Page. Doesn't fall for that one. And at the other end, just look at how Weiss reads the defense. Crossover, gets him off the step, goes into the defender and puts it high off the glass so nobody can get it. Read everybody on that one and still got it to go.
Gibb working on a high screen and defense able to work through it. Cannon. Oh, and right out of her hands. Rocco loses it.
Have a talk with Tommy Sheehan, the strength coach for Columbia. I was talking to him today, asking him what kind of motor Mia Hamm has, and he says she's a beast in the weight room. She's constantly moving, even when she's not in the game, and she's just strong as an ox, and you can see it.
Oh, you certainly can. Works so hard on the conditioning. Long rebound off the miss, another offensive rebound. 12th of the game for Columbia. Capitalized as much though. BYU's been able to hold them off on second chance points. Shot clock's down to 3. Got to recognize. Can the Cougars get a stop? Shot off. That hurts. Broom, big one.
Hamlin was all over her on that shot. How Broom got it to go, I still don't know.
Got a layup and a much needed bucket for BYU at the other end, and now a little full court pressure from them. Broom in double figures, she and Weiss. She's got 12. And a takeaway. Active hands by the Cougars. Hamlin takes it up. It's gonna go to the free throw line. BYU could use more of that.
And that's exactly what Lee Kamard said, because he put her back into the game because he knows he needs her for defense to offense transition. But right here, look at the shot clock winding down. Less than a second, and Mia Broom right in front of her bench, calls her own number, and face just like steel, doesn't even celebrate. She says, we're still getting down to business. I got to get back on defense.
Columbia going to go with a little bit of a smaller lineup, even though Bola Yusuf's come back in for BYU. And to the free throw line. Following the drop was her second.
You know, I don't usually say good job for players with a lot of turnovers. Mia Broom with 5 tonight so far. Joked about her 8 turnovers she had in the semi, saying she had a near triple-double.
Yeah.
But I like how she doesn't allow that to stop her or affect her game. I wouldn't know she has 5 turnovers. She's not scared at all. She's playing fearless.
Yeah, not worrying about it. Knows she'll make it up somewhere else. And there's a turnover into the hands of Yusuf. Simmons trying to stay out on Gibb. Gibb trying to get a little extra space. 5.5 left, third quarter. Good. Behind the back, floats it up good. Composed and cool, 12 points for her. Gets the bench up and gets a little extra energy.
To give a little while in this game to kind of settle in. The whole first quarter was a bit out of control.
And Broom not in agreement. Official's going to talk it over. I think they called her out on the sideline, but yep, making a change, and I like that. They talked it over. Safe Esho, Kevin Petho, and Cameron Inouye.
Broom was right there automatically saying, review that.
Yep.
That don't look right.
No need. They made the correction. Weiss, hounded by Hamlin.
Oh, look at the defense.
Help D coming over, batted around, and it's into the hands of BYU. Hamlin trying to get to the right side. Yusuf on the trail. Hamlin, right corner. Oh, around and won't go. Big rebound. And now it's Columbia out racing. Oh, Simmons. The strength of her body control there, helping her out. She's going to go to the line.
Columbia's just taking advantage of their conditioning level at this point. You had Hamlin, who was tired, noticeably running back after that miss. But Columbia was still going in transition. It didn't matter. They've got all the momentum. BYU's got some work to do.
With Daisy sour cream, every bite gets better. Every dollop, every squeeze, every moment together. Mix it in, bring the fun. You can never get enough when you do a dollop of Daisy. Good food tastes better with a dollop of Daisy. Do a dollop, do a dollop, yeah. Everything tastes better with a dollop of Daisy.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even 2 years.
Some had visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. Straight Talk always offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers. Straightforward, always.
No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. And now plans starting at just $25 a month.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp.
What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
In here, we're balling.
It's actually fire.
What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. You can taste over 70 years of our family commitment to high quality, real, natural cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it.
Sargento,
a promise you can taste.
Life, diabetes, there's no slowing down. Each day is a unique blend of people to see and things to do. That's why you choose Glucerna to help manage blood sugar response. Uniquely designed with Carb Steady. Glucerna, bring on the day.
ESPN is the home of the women's Final Four Friday night, and just 1 seeds are remaining. Joyce Edwards, South Carolina, they're going to take on Sarah Strong and UConn, 7 o'clock Eastern. And then it's Booker and Texas taking on Betts and UCLA. The Final Four pregame special from Phoenix begins at 6, and there'll be a special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Cristobal Tabitha Turner with you here for this WBIT championship, and somebody's going to be crowned with this one. Somebody's going to be crowned very soon in Phoenix on the other side. But really, Columbia, I mean, when you see what they've done in this WBIT tournament, they were upset in the Ivy League tournament. They thought they had a very good chance of winning that, moving on to the NCAA tournament. Harvard upset them, and then they had to regroup. They had to reset their mindset and say, we're on a different journey.
That's some good leadership as well with Perry Page and Susie Raffu, the 2 seniors, who said, we've been there before. And you had Perry Page come in and say, listen, we're going to win the WBIT after that last loss. Yeah. She said it in the presser, and she was confident in it, didn't get rattled, didn't get emotional, just said, we're going to win this tournament no matter where we're coming from. And they look like it so far.
They certainly do. Lots of time left, though, and BYU has definitely kicked up their intensity a notch this second half.
And that's what they do. BYU has had a season where they've come back in fourth quarters down. So you cannot count this team out because Lee Cummard and his staff, they're adaptable.
Yes, they are. It's a team that had a losing skid through the season. He said they stuck together. He was really proud of how they did not fall apart. This is a really tight-knit group. But a travel there is going to hand it back over to the Lions.
And the other thing that he said was they didn't turn their backs on each other.
Yeah.
But he also talked about how when Delaney Gibb had those 8 games that she was out, how her teammates came around and she was able to see she didn't have to play as much hero ball. I want them to get back to that so she can get into the flow, the rhythm of her game, because I think right now they're still forcing things through Gibb instead of trying to work the ball around the horn and get everybody else involved.
BYU switching up the defense. Weiss attacks it.
And again, she didn't have the ball in her hands to start. What did she do? She came off some screening action, and her teammates got her involved.
Yep. Moving without the ball can pay off, and it definitely did there. Gibb picks it up, hounded by Broom. Barber. And too much. She couldn't get herself stopped. Knocks down the defender, and the offensive foul sent it the other way.
And those are the things that are not in your repertoire. Normally, this is what happens. You have Barber. Now they're trying to create and get some more ball movement going because the defense has been so hounding. If that's something that you work on throughout the season, alternates outside of your best players, then those kind of mistakes happen less.
Yes.
But because Barber was not used to being able to do that to get Delaney open, she gets that offensive foul.
Yep, picked it up. Her first personal. 3 team fouls on BYU, 1 for Columbia. 3.5 left, third quarter.
If I'm right for you, I'm taking that. I hit 3 in this game.
She did in the first quarter. She was electric, and there's a beautiful takeaway there by Barber. Makes the mistake at one end and makes up for it at the other. Gibb just a little bit short. Barber, offensive rebound and cleanup. There's a hustle play right back at you.
That's how Barber started the game. Rebounding everything. It seemed like we said her name so many times in a row. It was tips, deflections, rebounds all over the place to start this one.
Sophomore out of Rigby, Idaho. Page using the screen, and the help D just a little bit late knocks her to the floor. So she's going to go to the free throw line.
Excellent use of the screen, because that little half a second that Bola needed to recover, she didn't have because of the quick first step of Page, but also because of how solid the screening action was.
Give the foul to Cannon. That is her second. She'll take a seat. Yusuf also will get a breather. Lara Rockel back on, the senior from Germany. She was incredible in the semifinal. I'd like to maybe see her get going a little bit more for the Cougars.
And those are my X factors. I circled Lara Rockel. She picked up those 2 fouls in the first half, and that took her out of the game. But she was a beast the other night, 9 points, 14 rebounds. She's sitting at 2 points and 5 rebounds right now, so she's got some more she needs to do for her squad as well.
Page doesn't capitalize on the free throws. A chance for BYU to cut into the deficit. 3 off the backboard and to the left. And it's 2-on-1, and the trail coming in, they'll say a foul from behind. And that's going to put Flau'Jae to the stripe.
The defense to offense from Columbia. When you think about this, you have to understand that that's more possessions. Every time that Columbia gets a steal to transition over here, that's less possessions for BYU and more for Columbia.
First one's good for Flau'Jae. Coming up on ESPN at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Second game of our NBA doubleheader. It's Wemby. He's still making his case for MVP as the Spurs head to the Bay Area to take on the Warriors. It's coming up tonight on ESPN. 1 for 2 from the line, and Simmons got the missed rebound, and then BYU took it right back, and they got fouled.
Gibb giving her a little taste of her own medicine, and I like it. It's not control what you can control is my favorite saying from any coach. Yes, you didn't make the shot, you got a turnover, but what can you do to get it back?
She did it right there as Simmons picks up her second personal. Cougars could use a run. Good, picked up by Page. Tries to get inside a little closer, and then finally the whistle will go her way. She's working hard, trying to make something happen.
Look how many times she had to use the screen. They had to set a double screen at the top. She had to take her time and read it. She's adjusting in real time in this game. And everything is coming hard for Gibb But I'm happy that her teammates are now getting involved as far as the screening action, because if she's going to be the one with her ball in her hands, ease it up just a little bit and make it easier for her to be able to create.
The foul was on Paige, and that's her third. She's going to stay on the floor, though. Oh, they changed it, rather. That's a good thing for Paige. Going to go against Raphew instead. Gibb to the line. The only Cougar in double figures. With 13, misses that one. Rokel, offensive rebound, another chance. Hamlin looking up to see where she was with the shot clock. Still some time. Oh, nice look inside. Gibb the penetration in, and Rokel is going to go to the free throw line.
Things change when you get your teammates involved. And right here, you got Gibb with the nice no-look pass, draws in the defense. And she's a name that's going to draw in three. She's at the top of the scout for a reason, because she's good. As soon as the defender steps over, just drops it off to Rokel. You got to knock those free throws down if you're not going to get the and one, especially.
That foul on Raphew, her third. She and Broom, as well as Simmons, 3 personals apiece. Missing the free throws, but long rebounds, another chance. Just under 2 minutes left, third quarter. Oh, and there's Hamlin. They'd much rather have that. Broom on the attack. Stops herself. Cougars doing a good job with their transition defense. Paige feeling out the deep, fakes one way, goes the other. And a jump ball. It's Raphew on the weak side. She and Barber tied it up. It'll stay with Columbia.
I know this is still a 19-point lead, but the energy in here has shifted to BYU.
Yeah.
I mean, just those 2 possessions at the other end where they got offensive rebounds that led to some points being put on the board.
Paige can't get it. Nice job defensively. I think Cannon really bodied up with her and didn't give her anything there.
Cannon's not going to give much to anybody.
Nope.
I mean, that's a player who is going to get on the floor. If anything, you can rely on her to get a body on the floor, to box out, and go for a rebound.
You got that right. She'll have the inbound. She's the sophomore out of Shelley, Idaho.
And the BIT averaging 10 points a game, 62% from 3. As a brother who played for BYU from 2018 to 2020.
Yeah.
So she's got some pride and stock in this program as well.
Yep, sure does. Big family of athletes. This third quarter winding down. Just a little over a minute remaining. Hamlin, high archer, too much. Oh, Rokel was on the weak side, and finally, she's just patting her stats, Tabitha.
I think she did it on purpose. Let me get an offensive rebound and 2 points.
And the inbound and the D pounding. Almost a tip away right there. Flau'Jae happy to use a little clock.
I like it, because she can shoot the 3. Yep. I like the unselfish decision.
Yep. 6-0 run by the Cougars. Flau'Jae into the lane, and at the last second they'll say Rokel fouled her. You gotta make the adjustment as Flau'Jae, the lefty. She was going to her right, and at the last minute came up with the left to shoot it, which is her dominant hand. And as a defender, you gotta be able to switch and recognize that. And Rokel, obviously, I know she works hard, so hard. Oh my goodness.
And she's such a difference maker. I mean, I have X Factor next to her name just because of how hard she goes at both ends. They definitely need her in the game, and unfortunately she fell for it at the end. But she's gonna stay in there.
Her third personal. Fresh legs are ready to sub in for Columbia when they get the chance.
I'd leave her in too. She's got 8 rebounds.
Yeah. Free throw's good for Hilke Flau'Jae, the junior from Germany. She and Weiss will take a seat with 36.9 remaining third quarter. Torres come on, 42 in blue for Columbia. Haven't seen her this whole game. Her 21st game of the season. They're trying to high low, and instead it's Broom that comes up with it. And Cannon thought the foul should go against Broom, but it's going to go against her instead.
I read her lips. She said, but she pushed me into her. Mia Broom is a menace, and I love it. She's such a menace. She's so much fun to watch. She plays so hard at both ends of the floor. No-look passes. Her teammates talking to us about how much fun she is to play with. And guys, this is a player who was averaging single digits in the regular season, and all it took was some extra playing time for her to just go off.
Took advantage of this opportunity, and she has just skyrocketed. Incredible numbers. Free throw's good. Got her average up to about 8 points a game, but averaging about 17 plus in the WVIT.
And they've needed it because, as you mentioned, they've got 5 players out due to injury.
Right.
Next man up mentality. This is a dream of a next man up mentality, a person who can just step into the lineup, and not only does it not fall off, but the intensity increases.
And step into the point guard spot on top of it as they had lost. And Gibbs saying, hey, I got an elbow to the face. They're going to give it to Gibb, though.
She's a lot calmer than I would be with an elbow or a shot to the face. That's what I'll say.
So after the free throw make, it was Page that went in on the inbound pass. And she gets to the line. Page been big on the glass. She's got good hands. Just undersized post. Gets the free throws. Now the full court pressure again.
Can defend anybody, and look at her get up the court ready to cut off sideline.
Good, asking for it. Tries to take it in. They're going to say offensive foul. Chance to extend this lead, and it was close, but no good.
But increased her averages to double digits, just so needed for this Columbia squad.
BYU got to bring some defense, get some stops, and then convert at the other end. And the drive up is good, though, on the left side. Flau'Jae.
Got to cut on baseline. Flau'Jae just drove straight through. No one was there to stop her.
Pressure continues. Hamlin on the drive, misses the layup, another chance. Gibbs stays on the bench to start this quarter. She picked up that 4th personal. They work it around, and that went off the mark for Matthew Williams, but there is the hustle play on the weak side. Rokel with the putback.
Man, she is hustling. That was her 10th rebound, and you're right, I think she's padding stats.
I mean, she's so impressive.
But right now, her team needs the scores more so often, and they've got limited time to do it.
The 10th rebound, you said it, but coming off the career high 14 in the semifinal. Page out twisting and turning, and there's second effort from Flau'Jae. Makes her way to the free throw line. Rebounding numbers have evened themselves out a bit. Columbia was really dominating overall, but you can see the different effort by BYU as of late.
I think for BYU, they've had a couple missed, not a couple, quite a few missed layups.
Yeah.
I think the length has bothered both teams, especially in the beginning, but Columbia settled in clear in that first half, where BYU, I feel, is still rushing some shots inside of the paint. Again, you had Rokel and a teammate down here who missed a couple layups until Rokel got the 3rd opportunity. You got to be able to make the first because you don't have that much time.
Columbia fans have made their way from New York. A lot of BYU fans as well. Both bands making their way to Wichita. And she gets the second free throw.
So BYU, you break this game down into segments, right? You don't look at the complete score and say, oh, we're down 24. You say, okay, let's get it down to 20. Let's get it down to 15.
Yep.
But you got to be able to take care of the rock and not have turnovers to do that.
And they just give one right there. Just being a little bit too aggressive. It's going to go against Barber. Her second, team second.
Again, that was a moving off screen, correct? So when you're not used to those actions and you get in a game like this, those things are going to be revealed.
Back cut, great anticipation by Benali to get the hand out there and the takeaway. Hamlin trying to get some space, had it momentarily. Now the switch, there's a mismatch, and they read it, but the help D coming over. Broom's hands up with the tip, and then the takeaway. They'll drop up.
Fake a pass to make a pass. I can hear my college coach right now.
Page picks it up. Weiss can't get it. BYU needs a bucket. Hamlin. A decent look, and they'll say, stay here. Foul going to go against Columbia.
You know, what's interesting is we haven't said Weiss's name in quite a while.
Yeah.
She just puts her head down and does what her team needs her to, and fills whatever role, whether that's scoring, assisting, allowing somebody else to shine. We haven't said her name in a while. I forgot that she wasn't even in there, but she's leading all scorers with 20 points.
Yep. She kind of kick-started things early, and then others caught up to her. Foul on Page, her fourth. So that one is off the mark.
That also shows you how deep Columbia's depth is, where they can sub a whole nother 5 and not even need the Ivy League Player of the Year on the floor.
It's incredible. The scoring depth that they have. Very hard to guard as Broom squares it up, gets another. She's got 17, but Hamlin out on the run, and she gets the layup.
I love that from Hamlin, no dribble.
Yep.
They were celebrating down here at one end. She said, well, I'm gonna still get this 2 on this end.
13 for Hamlin. Freshman from Santa Clara, Utah. Just an energy player. Simmons double teamed, and then into the hands of Hamlin again. And this time it's Gibb out sprinting.
Lead pass on point.
Back-to-back fast break buckets for BYU. They've had some big comebacks. Oh, Gibb picking her pocket. Back-to-back layups for Gibb.
Break it down into segments, Krista. I have a feeling we're going to say her name a few more times to get this back into Columbia's favor.
Yep, she's in with Broom, and to the line, it's Delaney Gibb, who's been carrying the team most of the way as far as scoring goes. Off the mark on the free throw, though. She's got 17, trying to add to it. Hamlin not too far behind with 15. She was finally able to get some shots to go.
And it had to be through defense.
Yeah.
It had to be the transition.
And this free throws by Gibb on both of them. 79% free thrower. See her missing those situations very often. And you can see the defense kicking up by BYU. Gibb with 4 personals has to be careful with just under 6 minutes remaining. Guarding Broom. Help D coming over, and it's ripped away.
Excellent defense by Delaney Gibb to not get baited, but also the teamwork. They talked, they trapped.
Yeah.
They said where each other was going, and look at her, hands up, moving her feet. Doesn't matter, help, help, help. Recovers, gets in there and gets it back, and then gets fouled by Broom. So now you have a double whammy. You don't pick up the foul, you put it on someone else.
Yeah, it was Cambry Barber who came over to help her, and it distracted Broom just enough that Gibb was able to take it back. 5.5 left.
And that's Broom's 4th.
Some fouls starting to accumulate as Gibb can't finish the layup. Get across. There's Weiss. Gibb picking her up. Weiss in the paint. Floating and off the mark. Benali out running, trying another fast break and one. And that gets the Cougars fans on their feet. It's been defense to offense getting BYU back in this one.
And hopefully that gets Benali in this game, because that's just her 4th point. She's somebody that they need. Transition. Gibb looking up the floor. And the freshman drawing the contact and making sure she finishes that one. Benali says and one, and now has a chance to add another point with the clock stopped.
Gets the 3-point play. She has 5 points. Full court pressure continues. They cut it to a 16-point lead for Columbia on an 11-0 run. Layup on the right, boom. This would be big, and on around will go. Local with the cleanup.
You see the importance of Local and just her length and tenacity around the rim.
Weiss being hounded. Columbia's got to try to get it across. And Gibb with the tip and the steal. Another chance, this time short. Hamlin just couldn't get the legs under it. Ahead with Simmons. Good recognition by Columbia. They needed one. That stops a 13-0 run.
Such a lesson for the freshman with that quick three. Legs are gone.
Yeah.
She takes that three and not enough on it. You need a better possession than that to cut into this lead.
I'd say they haven't given it everything. 18 steals, a season high for BYU. Simmons flying in. Oh, and Weiss. And a timeout called by Columbia. Who wants it?
It's right around that +8 that they average in the fourth.
It definitely brought a different intensity, but Columbia was just a little too much earlier. Still time left though, 3.5. Season high, 18 steals for the Cougars. As good goes up. This is everything. Oh, that's a scary pass. I'm surprised Hamlin didn't get out there and tip that one.
I will say this, if BYU could finish their layups, much into segments and getting back into this game, but you got to capitalize. You can't trade baskets.
They sure did. Gibb gets it back. Nothing but net. Her first three of the game. She was 0 for 4 prior to the make.
Boy, is it timely. Ice in her veins. She said, I ain't done yet.
Threes have not really been falling tonight for BYU. They're a team that averages 8 of them a game, and they've only connected on 3 tonight. Excuse me, 4 now after that one.
The length for Drapa couldn't get that one over.
Good. Too much. And Weiss knew it. As she covered the ball, she knew there were bodies coming at her. Drapa takes a seat for Columbia. Brinley Cannon back on for the Cougars. Vogel takes a seat.
Drapa has got such a good last name. Drapa.
Drapa.
Drop her. She dropped her.
She did. 6 points, 8 rebounds. And working it inside. The finish by Barber.
Such a good move. That's a player we've seen get offensive rebounds. She's had deflection, steals, just all around a good game for Barber.
2 minutes left to take home the hardware, but Gibb not giving up just yet. The steal, the layup.
I've seen crazier things happen, but they got this down to 13.
That's right.
Gibbs got to be careful.
Yep, she has 4. Into Simmons, lost it off her leg. It'll go the other direction.
Look at what happens when the pressure, the defensive pressure increases. The momentum shifts into your favor. Gibb could have gotten frustrated in this one, but she said, no, my team needs me, and she's a huge reason why they've got this thing cut back down.
And now hounding defense from Columbia. Simmons, guess who? She and Weiss with the takeaway. Simmons is just that hustle player. Sophomore out of Brockton, Mass.
They set a program record versus Yale back in January. Had 10 steals. That's ridiculous, 10 steals.
In watching her, I'm not surprised. Foul on Benali. Columbia working it in. Rapu had it knocked away, and on the other side it was Flau'Jae who gets knocked down.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Can you tell it's a championship game?
There is a trophy on the line.
Bodies hitting the floor, our coach's dream. That lets you know that you want it. Those are the controllables. You can't control every shot.
Yep.
But you can control getting on the floor and going for that extra effort and rebound.
You're right about that. Effort and defense. You've got control over that. And there's a takeaway. Hamlin, another steal.
Scene.
No doubt.
To withhold all the energy for this fourth quarter and make the run that they did.
Full court pressure. Columbia able to just get it across. And now the defense once again swarming. Boom. On the left side, misses the layup with just under a minute left. Layup good. 11:01 gets it below double figures as Weiss misses the layup.
I'm not mad at that move, though. I'm not mad at what she did. She tried to slow it down. A double team came to her. Teammates weren't down yet, so she said, let me get a high percentage shot. But on the other end, Delaney Gibbs, slight hesitation, realizes that she's got the step on Simmons and help side doesn't come.
They have not given up on this ball game. Into Weiss, flicks it up, no good. Raphael with a cleanup, and the senior with a fist pump.
That was a monster rebound.
The senior from England. And a rebound on the opposite side. Flau'Jae, she gets fouled. What a big offensive rebound and
started the winning of this program. It would be amazing for them to finish it.
It sure would.
But not if BYU has anything to say about it.
And the foul broom. Not going to go to the line just yet. Oh, well, 15 foul on BYU, yeah. So she will go to the stripe. 28.3 remaining. Double-digit lead. What a punch and a fight back, though, by BYU.
There's going to be a lot of learning moments to build off of for BYU in this game going into next season. You've got some good young talent. You've got Benali, the freshman, Yusuf, the freshman, Hamlin, the freshman, Delaney Gibbs, just a sophomore. And so is Cannon. They've got some good underclassmen.
Right. Yeah, Local really the only senior that gets significant playing time for BYU. They've got a lot of young talent, but so does Columbia. They'll miss the two captains, Raphael and Page. Foul going against Benali. That's her second. And back to the free throw line is Broom. Mia Broom, the sophomore from Seattle, Washington. She is fun to watch. She's definitely one of those I think I would like to have on my team, not going against.
Absolutely. She's a menace,
yeah,
and I love it. She knows she is, too, and she has fun with it.
Yep.
And what I loved about talking to her, Paige and Weiss, they all came over and talked to us, and they boosted each other up. No one kind of talked about themselves. They just talked about how their teammates helped them along, either on the defensive or the offensive end, with their confidence in what they do on the floor.
It's really a close-knit team. And Coach said she credits Susie and Perry, the seniors, for really setting the tone, setting the standard. Gibb, she has 24 points and getting tripped up.
But both teams with something to build off of going into next season. Both have bright futures and some good young talent.
It's hard to see. Seniors, 3 seniors for BYU. Hattie Ogden, Heather Hampson, and then Laura Rocco. But they pushed their season as far as they could push it, and they've got to feel good about that. Touch foul, that'll do it for Gibb. That's going to be her 5th. She worked hard. Helped get her team back in it.
Every point she had to work hard for it, and I think for Gibb, such an amazing creator off the dribble. She's got to go back to that mindset that she had coming back from injury. How do I get my teammates involved? And that's just not on her. That's as a whole team. That goes from the coaching staff down, and I'm not criticizing anybody. You just got to be able to build on your game. And I think that's the next step for Gibb is how can I continuously get other people involved so it's easing the workload on me and I can just fill in my game as needed.
Yeah, she said it was really hard. You know, coming off the injury, she wanted to be a bigger leader, and she just wasn't able to do it right off the bat, and timing had gone away.
Happy birthday to Lee Kennard as well. Celebrated a birthday yesterday. Team Aries
did.
Told us that he's never gone this far on his birthday. He's never been playing still on March 31st. So even for him, for coaches, you know, they build on this stuff as well. He's already thinking about what he can do better for his team next season.
He was hired a complete year ago yesterday, and so I said a little different feel for what he's doing this year than he was last year, trying to figure out what was he going to do for this season. Broom's free throw's good, 23 points for Broom. And the turnover will give it back. 1 tick on the clock. Columbia and the fans are starting to celebrate, and for good reason. 5th time's the